what's up, what's up? I am back today with another video. So let me tell y'all something about me. So I was going strong. Making my little videos and making my little short content, etc., right? So I get in these modes where I just look on there sometime and I'm like, girl, you got one subscriber. Girl, you got one subscriber. You better stop! So that kind of discouraged me. So I went like 3 days without making a video. So I was like, okay, girl, you got to get yourself together. You got to get back out there. Come on, you got to get started. You got to get back in there. You got to do this, got to do that, got to do this, got to do that. So that's why I'm back. So I say that to say for all of you out there that have not subscribed and liked to my channel, please do so now so I can remain motivated to continue to bring you content. So one of the main things that I want to achieve from being on YouTube and being on Facebook is I want to make money. Okay. Really, that's the only thing I want to achieve. Other than that, it may be a couple of instances where, I may drop some material that may be helpful or beneficial to somebody. And I also look for that in content that I also watch. So I'm hoping that on some of my videos, if not all, you'll gain some information that is beneficial to you or something that just says, hey, I'm not the only one that goes through that. Other people go through it too, pretty much. But more so than none, I want to make money on YouTube. I want it to be life-changing. I want to not have to go to a 9-to-5 job anymore. I want to be able to continue to spoil, because they already spoil. I want to continue to be able to spoil my children on a different level. So I just want to be able to never have to worry about money, be able to travel, be able to, do things that I haven't been able to do, even by me and my husband working. We still hadn't been able to do some of the things that we want to do. So, that's kind of where I am with the whole YouTube and Facebook thing. I am not one that likes to be in the spotlight. I'm a regular person. I just want to remain. I'm not trying to be famous, not trying to be recognized when I go places. I'm not with the whole fame and all that. Now, if I become famous, and it comes with the territory, then, and it keeps my chicks rolling, then so be it. But I'm not that girl. Not that girl. I'm not trying to be, I'm just in it for the money. So for all of you that can help support me so I can make money on YouTube and on Facebook, I would appreciate it if you would like and subscribe, watch my videos so I can go ahead and be monetized. Secondly, I just want to be able to not have to work for anybody else. I don't want to have to work for anybody else. I want to be able to work for myself. I want to be able to do something that I like doing and make money doing it. So it's kind of, pretty self-explanatory. It's all about the money for me. So a little background about me. Back in 2009, we purchased our first home. So we owned our home, sold it in 2016 because we relocated to a different part of Louisiana. So we did not buy a home when we originally moved because we were unsure, since it was a new place, we were unsure whether or not we would actually want to stay there. So we decided to rent an apartment until we determined whether or not that would be somewhere where we would want to stay. Okay, so eventually, year and a half passed. We're like, okay, cool. We want to kind of, stay in this area. So this was maybe 2018-ish, somewhere up in there. So we started to look for properties. And for me, in the area where we are, they have a whole lot of properties that are HOAs. And we don't want to stay in an HOA subdivision because we're not going to pay you every month to tell us what we can and can't do and pay a mortgage. So, So long story short, we ended up renting something else because we couldn't really find anything that did not have HOAs, right? So then we thought about building. But then we didn't want to wait the time period to build. So in between deciding on that and wanting to build, we ran into a financial issue. Not necessarily a financial issue, but we had accumulated some debt, and it was some debt that we wanted to pay off before we entered into purchasing our home to kind of maximize the amount of a house that we could get. So I won't say financial issue. I'll just say we had accumulated some other debts that we really wanted to pay off before we ended up buying a house. So anyway, we put off the whole house situation for a length of time. And then at that point, pandemic hits. So, we kind of just stayed put where we were living. We were renting a home. And because of the pandemic, the market was kind of crazy and people were being able to sell their house for more than they were actually worth. So where we were living, those individuals decided that they wouldn't renew the lease and they wanted to sell, understandably so, because they felt like they could get more money. Plus they were like military, so they lived like in Alaska or something and decided they weren't coming back, etc. So they wanted to sell the house, understandably so. So anyway, we were looking for homes to rent again because the market was too crazy for us to purchase a home during that time without it being that we would either end up paying more money than a house was worth, or that we wouldn't get, like closing cost assistance or down payment assistance, because at that time with the market, it was a seller's market, so they weren't really making any type of incentives for buyers. So anyway, we decided, okay, they're not going to renew the lease, so we have to find somewhere to go. No houses were no houses were available for rent. So of course they were wanting to put their house on the market, so we were forced to get back into an apartment. Oh my God. And so we are in a apartment now, forced to get into an apartment now because there were no homes for rent at the time that we needed to move. Not only did we end up in an apartment, we had to get a upstairs unit, which normally we'll get downstairs, but that's all that they had available. So anyway, I say that to say I feel like from when we were homeowners back in 2009 through 2016, we have went backwards, and it doesn't sit well with me. But I know that it was a lot of circumstances that played a part in those actions or those things that happen. But it still doesn't stop me from feeling like, okay, I'm not where I should be, or I'm not where I want to be. So I want to be financially, stable, financially independent, and I just don't feel like I'm where I need to be financially. Of course, now because in December I quit my job, so I'm not working right now. So it's primarily, one income and then operating off my savings. Well, if you don't have any money coming in to save, you spending out of savings, you kind of know where that's going to lead you to. So, but I really do not want to get another 9 to 5 job, but I feel like I'm going to have to in order to be able to kind of sustain where we are, so we won't get in a worse situation than where we are now. So it's like, okay, girl, how you went from being a homeowner a few years ago to now you in this apartment? And I know that it's not something that I did. It just so happens that boom, the house, they wanted to sell their house, understandably so. We had to find somewhere quick. So it was, it's not that we are unable to. I'm just selective as to what type of house I'm gonna buy. Well, of course now, credit scores and all of that should be okay, but I don't necessarily know if we would purchase right now because I don't have an income coming in, which means that the amount of the house that we would probably be able to get would be lower than what we would have been able to get had it been my income and his income. So we don't want to do that because in the area where we live, we already know kind of like what the price points are here. And I don't know if the amount that we would get approved for based on just one income would be enough. So I'm just kind of stressing, and I'm really just talking so I can hear it out loud. So, you know how sometimes if you can hear something out loud, you can kind of come up with a plan on what you need to do. So that's kind of what I'm doing. But I also am letting you know where I am right now. That way, in a few months or maybe in a few years, I'll have this as a reminder of where I started, and hopefully, God willing, it'll be a lot further than where I will be when I review this video. So I want to be able to have a reminder of like, wow, you made that video back in April of 2022, and look how much your life has changed since then, kind of thing. So that's why I was making the video, and it's not that we have it all together, because we can always use more money. We can always we're ready to purchase, but we probably can't purchase right now. We want to pay off, we have bills, we have debts, we have loans. We would love to be able to pay those things off before entering into home ownership again. So we have things going on just like anybody else. But when I look on YouTube or Facebook and kind of see where individuals are saying, oh, they came from being on food stamps to making 6 figures a month on YouTube, and it's kind of like, that's amazing. And I'm like, I can do that. I want to be one of those people that go from I'm not on food stamps, but I want to be one of those individuals that can say I went from making 5 figures to making 6 figures a month, 7 figures a month, and I want to be able to be like, if my kids ask me for something, I don't have to tell them, well, I got to look at our budget and see this one, if you can. I don't want to have to do that. I just want to be able to say, yeah, you can get it, or no, you can't get it right now because, you need to improve your grades, but not let it be no because you don't have the money, or you need to make sure that purchase won't affect something else. So, yeah, it's just kind of just a starting point, because I want to be able to reflect back to this video to know how far I came. Hopefully it'll be within a couple of months, but if not, it'll be like a recording of the actual process, and I'll be able to reflect on it and just be like, wow, I did it. So yeah, so for all of you guys, if you are not a hater and you want to see other people succeed, you want to be able to help other people, you do something as simple as hit a button to subscribe to my channel, and it could make the difference between now and in a few months. So I want you guys to help me out. Hit the like button, subscribe button, so you can catch my videos. This was just mainly a give you insight on where I am now, and hopefully I'll be able to drop a video within months, years, showing you where I am at that time. So if you guys like this video, please hit that like and subscribe button for me. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with another video.